So, you have an idea for a business, a really good one. But there's that nagging voice in the back of your head, right? What if it's a total flop? Well, today, we're going to shut that voice down. I'm going to walk you through a 7-day plan to test your idea, and the best part, it won't cost you a dime.
You know the feeling, that light bulb moment. Maybe it's an app, a course, a digital service, whatever it is, you've got that spark. You just know it's something people really need. It's exciting, isn't it?
But then the other feeling kicks in, the fear. What if you pour months of your life into this, maybe even your savings, and you launch and nothing happens, just crickets? That's the entrepreneur's nightmare. And honestly, it's what keeps most great ideas from ever seeing the light of day. But there is a much, much smarter way to do this. We're going to start with what I call the entrepreneur's dilemma. Then we'll talk about the solution, validation. After that, we dive into the good stuff, the full 7-day plan, how to actually read the results, and then what to do next to get to launch.
Okay, let's talk about this trap, because it's a big one. The entrepreneur's dilemma is when you fall so in love with your own idea that you just start building. You jump straight in, head down, completely blind, with no real proof anyone else cares.
And look, the cost here isn't just about the money you could lose. That's actually the small part. It's about your most valuable resources. Your time, your energy, your motivation. You burn through those on a dead-end project, and it's devastating. That's a mistake we want to help you avoid.
So how do we sidestep that whole mess? Simple. We flip the script. We start with validation. Think of it like an insurance policy for your idea. It's all about getting real proof from the real world that your idea actually has legs before you even think about building the final product.
Now, validation isn't asking your friends, hey, do you think this is a good idea? It's about getting cold, hard data that answers the real questions. Like, is there a hungry market out there? Who are these people exactly? And the most important question of all, are they willing to take a small, concrete action, like give you their email, that proves they're genuinely interested?
I mean, just look at the two paths here. It couldn't be clearer. The old way is basically a gamble. You build for months and just cross your fingers. But the smart way, it's a calculated experiment. You spend a few days getting real data, so when you do start building, you're doing it with confidence, knowing you're on the right track.
All right, this is it. This is the heart of what we're talking about today. Let's break down the tactical, day-by-day plan you can literally start using the second this explainer is over. This is not theory. This is a practical, step-by-step sprint. So here's our week at a glance. We start by getting super clear on the idea itself. Then we do some quick research. We craft a message and a simple place for people to respond. Then we get it out there, analyze the data that comes back, and finally, we make our decision. It's a focused, 7-day sprint to the truth.
Day 1 is absolutely mission critical. Before you test anything, you have to be able to explain your idea in its simplest form. You need to answer 3 questions. 1, what's the offer? 2, what exact problem does it solve? And 3, what is the transformation, the before and after that you're promising? Nailing this is the foundation for everything else.
Okay, day 2, you put on your detective hat. You're going to use free tools like Google Trends or just search YouTube and Facebook groups. What you're looking for is evidence that people are already talking about the problem you want to solve. You know, a virgin market where no one is talking about this stuff sounds good, but it's usually a huge red flag that nobody cares.
So, you've confirmed there's an audience out there. Great. Day 3 is all about creating your hook. We're talking about a short, powerful message that's designed to stop them in their tracks and make them curious.
And this right here is a perfect example. Notice what it does. It's not selling a product. It's selling a result, a sales system that works while you sleep. Then it asks for a super simple, no-brainer action. Just comment, me. That's it. It's brilliant.
For day 4, we need a simple spot to send all the people who comment me. And listen, we are not building a fancy website. I'm talking about a free Google form, a super basic PDF you whip up in Canva, a free landing page. The goal isn't to be pretty, it's just to measure action and collect those emails.
Okay, you've got your message, you've got your simple destination. Day 5 is all about getting it in front of the right eyeballs. And no, we're not talking about paid ads. This is about being smart and strategic. Share it in places where your ideal customers are already hanging out. Be a helpful member of a community, not just a spammer dropping links.
And we need a target, right? A clear finish line. Your goal for day 5 is to get your message in front of at least 100 people who fit your customer profile. Why 100? Well, it's a big enough number to give you a real signal, but it's small enough that you can totally reach that many people in a single day of focused effort.
Okay, deep breath.
The hard work of setting up the test is done. Now we get to the most important part of the entire week. This is where we stop guessing, stop hoping, and start measuring. The data is about to give you a very clear answer.
Day 6 is all about the numbers, and these benchmarks make it dead simple. If less than 5% of the people who saw your message took action, something's probably off. If you're in that 5 to 15% range, okay, you're onto something. It just needs a little tweaking. But if you got more than 15%, that is a fantastic signal. You've got validation. Green light, go.
And that brings us to the final day, Day 7. Armed with real data, you now have a clear direction. This is where you decide, based on evidence, whether to hit the gas, make a U-turn, or maybe just take a different exit ramp.
So what happens now? Well, if your idea got validated, your mission is clear. Build a simple first version, a minimum viable product, and get it out the door in 30 days. But what if it wasn't validated? Now listen closely. This is not a failure. This is a massive success. You just saved yourself months, maybe even years of wasted effort. It's a gift. Now you can pivot to a better idea.
And get this is the really cool part. Even without a finished product, you can start making money right now. You can offer pre-orders to the people who just raised their hands. You could offer a personalized one-on-one service. You've already proven people want this, so start selling it.
When you boil it all down, this whole process is about one single, powerful mindset shift: test first, build later. This is your escape route from paralysis by analysis. You stop waiting for perfect and start making small, fast, smart decisions that are guided by data, not just by hope.
So there you have it, a clear, free, 7-day roadmap to find out if your brilliant idea has what it takes. The only thing left to do is start. Your validation sprint starts now. The only question is, what are you going to discover?